Welcome back to the Guardian Project Paper Commander stream. I'm your host, Andy.
I'm your other host, Mike Coyle.
And today we are joined by friends of the show. Returning is Chris at Kelsum Gaming. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Wonderful. And Sam, for the first time actually on our stream from Commander Crunch. How are you?
Hey, Andy, thanks for having me. And excited to throw some spells and do the fun thing we love to do. And yeah, it's a nice sunny Australian morning. And I know I'm capturing your afternoon energy now, and that's the fun part. But
I think this is our first afternoon stream, right, Coyle?
Yeah, definitely.
So you got your coffee though, Sam, right?
Oh yeah.
It's
black, and yeah. So yeah, the day's lovely. So thanks for inviting me to start the day off the right way. So it's gonna be fun.
I'm super excited. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's randomize this player order here because we didn't do that yet. We'll just do that. So Sam will be going first, then Coyle, then Chris, and then me. Sam, why don't you tell us what deck you are playing today?
With Zuby and Dana Roach the other day from these lovely Guardian Pod folks. They were talking about Coyle's lovely Teamer Polymorph deck. And thanks for giving me a shout out the other day. You're like, oh, we'll learn about a couple of cards from this weird Is It version I put together. And I had this discussion before. It's probably not the best way to ever build this deck, but it's the one I want to make, and it's fun. And it's only Is It, so I only got access to blue and red polymorph things. But essentially, I want to dump a few tokens on the board. Things like that I don't care about too much. And then just do a big mass polymorph, a big, what's that creativity card?
Indomitable.
Creativity.
Yeah.
Such a good card. Sometimes Chaos Wars your opponent's things. That's a great card. Synthetic Destiny is just one of my favorites. That one's super cool. But heaps of those effects. Lots of wacky things. Reality Scramble is one of my favorites. But yeah, it just has fun. And then what comes out on the other side, you'll just have to wait and see. Just fun.
Awesome.
Just big things.
Yeah, Coyle, you made some changes to the deck you're playing today based on our conversation when we were on the Commander Crunch podcast.
That's right. Sam said he was playing his polymorph deck, and honestly, I thought it was Joyra, and I was mistaken. Jori, correct?
Yeah.
So
that's right. And I've got the weird Japanese promo, but it's one of the most beautiful promos I've ever seen. And you can pick these up for like $1. I was like, so cool. But it's the whole thing that Jorian's not very threatening, doesn't do anything crazy on her own. But I just always love the card. And...
See, Andy, I told you, Jorian is not threatening. You don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
On her own, very non-threatening.
And shout out to I talk to Brandon from MTG Lexicon a lot, and we talk about the idea of making a deck where you're not always reliant on your commander, and it's always a liberating move to do that. Like if I have a lot of decks that do hinge a lot more on the commander, but this one I'm not too fast. If Jori comes out, whatever. But yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Coyle, what are you playing?
Well, I am playing my version, my teamer version of a polymorph deck. I'm playing Illuna, Apex of Wishes. So I kind of have a polymorph in the command zone, so I can mutate onto some of the token creatures that I create. But I'm not only subjected to getting creatures, but any non-land permanents. So there's some pretty big bombs in here. And I do think that I think Reality Scramble actually says it has to share a permanent type with whatever you hit. So I think that one is actually kind of the closest thing in terms of what Illuna will do for my deck. But I have green. So, Avenger, Crater Huff. There's a few pretty good cards in there in green that I like hitting.
I was thinking about Reality Scramble a lot, that you can often use it. I use a Tybalt in this one, like the small planeswalker. The good one, the War of Spark one.
There's no bad one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's true as well. I'm looking for places to play the other one. But the Reality Scramble could totally hit that and hit another planeswalker. But I was like, do I put Nugan in there just in case for the redundancy? But I don't know. But that's worth noting. Absolutely, that Reality Scramble will hit that permanent type in a really cool way.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Chris, what are you playing? This is the first time I think we're seeing this deck on stream.
Right. So this was originally also going to be a polymorph deck.
Hey.
Inspired by the recent extra turns on the Command Zone podcast, game nights, whatnot. And I didn't really get around to finishing the deck, so I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to take what I have saved up for Will and Rowan Super Friends, which is what I was originally going to do, for my Izzet deck because I don't have an Izzet deck currently. And I kind of mashed that up with a little bit of what I got for Kykar and kind of some stuff I had sitting around from when I had Queen Marchesa that I was building that was going to be kind of a pillow fort kind of road bump deck. So it's going to be interesting to see how this does.
Pillow fort road bump. Awesome. Well, I'm excited. This is the first time I think we're seeing, 3 of these decks, right? Coyle, have you ever played your Joyanne deck on stream?
I have.
I think
played
you
it once.
have. Okay.
Yeah, one time.
Well, this is the first time that anyone is seeing my Rona. I believe the first time anyone's seeing my Rona Disciple of Gix deck on stream. We are still up in the air about the power level of this deck. Sometimes it can combo off early, sometimes it's later, but this is a deck that is going to recur historic spells from my graveyard. I think really one of my only win cons is either going into infinite turns and swinging with little tiny creatures, or winning off of like a Laboratory Maniac win con with having no cards in my library. So still practicing this deck, I'll be honest. It's one of those decks that I have not played a ton, only because I just haven't pulled out because I again, like I said, I'm not sure about the power level. So I'm excited to play some Dimir artifacts here today, and I'm looking. There's a couple of goodies coming out in Commander Legends that'll be out in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping I will be able to add some cards there. Moderately Anonymous redeemed banana bread at work. Okay, so that's a joke from the podcast. Our previous host Brian, there's a video, so we need to link the video to it. Honestly, as part of this, as part of the points. Yeah, go find the video because it's hilarious.
So what does this mean? I don't know what I've done.
What does this mean? What are these points? So we did add some points to our channel as well. So that was one that Coyle had added. But so we now have a deck request redemption and then a shout out. We will create a custom shout out that you are going to be able to use as a command in our channel going forward. So if there's any other point or rewards that anyone is looking for, let us know because we're happy to add them. So that's what I'm playing is Rona Historic. And a Jeweled Lotus may be really fun to play with this card. So we'll see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Increase
that's
my deck budget by $200. You can throw
Yeah,
a Jeweled
exactly.
Lotus.
But I didn't pre-order it. I didn't pre-order it at all. If I get one, I get one. Otherwise, I'm not spending $200 on a card. Like
Yeah,
that.
so I can't
No.
really think of anything
No.
desperately needs that card. It's fine, exactly.
We'll open
So
it
I'm guessing infinite combos are a fair game and everything like that then, and we're all fine with that.
Infinite
I'm
combos
guessing.
are totally fine. I mean, we prefer it not on turn 4, but if it's later in the game,
that's
game's
true.
got to end. Game's got to end. Then you shuffle up and go to the
Exactly.
next one.
I just say that because with the blue-black artifacts theme, if there's capacity for another game, we might even get to see the old skeleton ship give a bit of a run.
All right.
And I had a game last night where I got King Kykar out with a Paradise Mantle and a Pemon's Aura on something like turn 4. And no creatures could then exist. It wasn't infinite because he needs something to hit, but no one could ever land a creature ever. It's like, this sucks. And so everyone had to answer the skeleton ship. So lots of wacky things happen in that deck, and there's infinite things, but I just haven't done it for a while. And I don't know, it's that bittersweet moment. If you just make sure the table's cool with it, it's like, am I okay to do this? And they said, you're playing skeleton ship, you're obliged. Like, that's fine.
And thank you for the follow, Lushatology. I appreciate that.
And before we begin, we want to make sure you check out our podcast. We are the Guardian Project podcast. We talk about all things Magic the Gathering, but mostly Commander. We record new episodes every week. We stream every Thursday. Today is actually pretty irregular for us to stream, but welcome to everyone on the stream. And if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to you as well. And you can find our podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts currently.
Yeah, and the links to our show will be in the notes below if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can find links to all of our decks and social media accounts as well. I will collect those from Sam and Chris. Don't forget to subscribe and follow if you like our content. Chris and Sam, tell everyone where they can find you and your content or projects. Sam, I'll start with you.
Sure thing. You can find me pretty much the same kind of deal. We do a podcast called Commander Crunch, and slightly less professional than these fine folks, but usually just hang out with the Commander community and just talk about the game we love. So I host that with a lovely fella in the community. You'll probably know Cheshire. So we're two funny Australians, I guess, or he's funnier than I am. Yeah, you can find us on the Twitters at CMDR_crunch, or the website is cmdrcrunch.fireside.fm, or just wherever you get your podcasts from is where to find it. And you can find me at Pass the Jam Sam on the Twitters.
Awesome. And Chris, where can we find you and your content?
Right, so you can find me at Killsm Gaming on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm also Killsm on MTGO and Killsm on MTG Nexus, where I'm part of the Commander Council Committee, where we help approve primers for guides for Commander decks that are amazingly thorough over there. And I'm also a graphic designer. I work with a lot of content creators to thumbnails, stream overlays. Currently actually working with the Guardian Project podcast here, and I've been working with CNC Power Hour and some other stuff coming up. So if you need graphic designs, hit me up.
Yeah, we'll have a new stream overlay really soon. Actually, we are going through a couple of edits right now on one, so I believe we'll have it up and running before next week Thursday. So it's really exciting.
Yes.
And Sam, you are first. So I like my hand. If everybody else is good, I think Sam, we can go ahead and you can kick us off.
Oh, good.
That's a no-lander, and I probably should have checked that before. So let's do it. Let's do a hot little mulligan.
Sometimes you don't need land.
It had a few rocks and a brainstorm, which could have got me there, or sent me to a spiral of demise. So who knows? Who knows?
I mean, Coil's rule is always cut a land when you need a new spell. So I mean, at some point you're not going to have enough
said that
lands.
before. I'm not doing that. It's never steered me wrong before. And
Yeah.
And you were talking about cutting from skeleton ship and steering skeleton ship. It won't steer you wrong. You'll be fine.
That was boo. That was bad.
Boo. I'm fine with this hand. This will be fine. So
All right.
Let's kick it off. I'm going to draw a card to start. Oh, yes. Never didn't have it. That's an island to start and pass the turn.
All right. I will draw for turn and then play this Frontier Bivouac and pass the turn.
All right.
Nice.
Draw for the turn. I will play this Rogren Trio tapped and pass turn.
All right. I will draw.
Roar.
I am going to play this Fetid Pools tapped, and I will pass.
Lands don't win games. Exactly.
No, unless you're Gitrog.
Mountain. Okay. So do that. Do the two. Do the thing. Yeah.
Scoot go burr. Yeah, you're right. You play lands, and the card does its thing.
I'm gonna play a Soul Ring, and I'm gonna play an Arcane Signet, and
Nice.
pass the turn.
Very nice.
This is pod racing. Oh man, I think I told you, but yeah, for some reason, Mandalorian got our household onto a full, not trilogy watching, but a full Star Wars series watching, and we're up to Revenge of the Sith, and it's just I'm finally seeing why some things are bad in it, but it's also like seeing some new layers to it I never uncovered, which is great. But yeah, there's a lot of fun. Like, it's hilarious. There's so many cringy moments in the prequels. It's not funny.
All right. Draw my card for the turn.
You get some great token generation in green. You get to make saprolings.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Let's see here. I'll play an island, and I'll go ahead and tap 2 and cast an Azoria Signet, and I'll pass turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. I'm going to go ahead and play a snow-covered island, and then I am going to play a Silvermere, and then I will pass the turn. It taps to add blue to my mana pool.
Nice. Untap. Draw. Okay. Mountain. Oh, that could be fun.
I put my deck on the right
wait
side
for
for
that
the
one.
first time ever, and I'm very. It's like really throwing me right now looking at my screen. I gotta switch this. I gotta switch this.
I've been asked to put it on the right for certain things before too. Yeah, it's got to be left, right?
It's gotta be on the left. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I am right-handed.
Okay, so am I, but I want it on the left.
Yeah, just do. I think we'll just use up some mana and do it this way. That's fine. I want to put down Thassa.
Ooh, Blinky
Cool.
Thassa.
Blinky Thassa. And that's all I've got for the moment. That's fine. Pass turn. Go for it, Coil.
Does it only blink creatures?
Yes.
Okay.
Target creature you control. So works exceedingly well with threat and effects because I get them back.
Yes.
Because it says you control and then return it under your control, not the owner's control. So always that bit of text you've got to check on those effects.
I'm going to play this island as my land for turn. I am going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing one sapperling at Sam and one sapperling at Chris.
All right.
How rude! I'll take one in my best Jar Jar Binks voice. How rude!
And then I will tap 3 to cast a Rhystic Study.
That's a really good. That's a really good T3.
Thou shalt play the one.
And then I will pass the turn.
Would you believe I resolved my first ever Rhystic Study last night?
Really?
First ever.
Did it feel good
First
though?
ever.
It's got to feel really good afterwards.
I guess,
You're
but
like,
everyone
"Oh,
kept
yeah."
paying the one, and I was like, "You guys know what you're doing."
You played a good tax card then.
Exactly. That's the worst. That's like worst case scenario. It's a tax card. So yeah.
I'll go ahead and pay 4 and cast Kykar.
Ah!
Pay the 1.
I will draw one.
The bird is indeed the word.
All right, untap, draw for turn. I am going to play another snow-covered island, and then I will pay 2 for a Dimir Signet, paying the 1.
Okay.
And then Coil, I will swing at you for 1.
Okay. The guy I didn't attack last turn.
You were the furthest
There's
ahead,
2
and
tokens coming your way, Andy.
likely going to have more cards in hand than anyone. Then I pass. Yeah, and then Sam, I will pass it over to you.
Thank you, Andy. Draw the card. Okay. I think that one's more fun. So we go the fun route, I think.
Of course.
3, 4, 5 for a Mind Claw Shaman.
Ooh.
Rhystic Study.
Mind Claw Shaman will. You know what? Yeah. You're going to. No, I'm going to do it. That's fine. I'll pay the 1. But I will be casting some spells, so you'll be getting some cards anyway. So on account of that, I'm going to target you, Coil, with my Mind Claw Shaman. So enter the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You cast an instant or sorcery from that player's hand without paying the mana cost.
Ooh, I like this.
It could whiff. I don't care. I guess find out what's in your hand. So what you...
Oh
Forest.
my god,
You're
Cure.
best to see, guys.
There's a fungal rebirth.
Forge. Yep, Ward the Raid Mother and Fungal Rebirth.
So return fungal rebirth does from your graveyard.
Yeah, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If a creature died this turn, create 2 1/1 green sapperling creature tokens.
I don't think
Well,
you
that
can
doesn't
cast
really
it,
do
right? If
anything.
there's no target, can you even cast
Well,
it?
yeah, and I was like, do I just exile it from the hand? But I can't even do that. That's fine. So, all right, I know what's in your hand. Cool.
That's a
whiff.
good
That's
hand,
fine.
Coil.
I get another trigger though, which is fun. So at my end step. So I'm gonna move to my end step, and Thassa will blink the Mind Claw Shaman, and I will target. Is it the question is, you get to choose, Coil. Who should I hit, Andy or Chris?
I honestly, I know Chris is a Planeswalker deck, and Andy
Yeah,
is an
that's what I'm
artifact, and Andy's an
Exactly.
artifact deck, so they both run blue.
Yeah, either. That's fine. So Andy, show us your hand.
Oh, son of a.
What you got? Give me that sweet Rambit growth, please.
I don't have that. Drowned Catacombs, Sunken
Of course you
Hollow,
don't.
Factor Fiction, Torment of
Oh,
Hellfire, and
that's
Tezzeret.
All right,
Oh.
a torment for none.
Torment for none.
Well, hey, it gets rid of a card. No, I will Factor Fiction. That sounds great.
All right.
I'll draw a card from Rhystic Study.
I should have done that before because I would have had a land drop. That would have been nice.
So who's gonna be the opponent to separate those little piles?
Well, just to get everyone involved, Chris can be involved.
Oh,
We had a great we've had an ongoing topic of conversation on the podcast about cards that inspire a conversation, and fact or fiction is like the figurehead of those. And it's like just get people talking, as it is doesn't even matter what about, and that's an active game, and that's always a better time. So separate those cards, please. Oh no, it's mine.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, look at your cards. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, there are effects like that. So I've got reveal the top 5 cards: Saloon Division, Sahili, Thopter Spinal Network, 2 lands.
You reveal the top 6. You can pick
We can
card.
we can be friends.
So let's put the Sahili and the 2 lands together, and then the Thopter Spy Network and the Salon Division.
Very well. I think I might go for. Yeah, they're going to the yard, and I'll take these for sure. Lovely. And that's I can't pay the 1, so Coil, draw a card.
I did that already.
Nice. Oh, I did that.
That's on cap, not on
Well, look at
resolution.
this Ristic Study player. Oh, I know. So with that, I have 7 cards in hand. We're bueno. So pass the turn. Go for it, Coil.
Awesome. I will untap and draw.
What did I do before? I was like, what's everyone waiting for?
This is a conundrum.
It's early, all right.
I am going to play this mountain as my land for turn. And I will move to combat and declare 2 Saprolings at Andy.
Yes, I have no blocks.
And then I'll pass the turn.
They're building a Saproling army.
It's just 2. That's it.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Where's the Night Shyamalan? What's happening?
Yeah. It's happening.
Let's see here. Play a.
That Mindclaw Shaman being bounced every single turn, Sam, is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How much fun is it? I put it as I
love
like to
it.
say with blink cards. I put it on a trampoline. It's like boing boing. I love Mindclaw
It's
Shaman.
very,
Cool
very
card.
underplayed.
Yeah.
But, I told my friend to put in his Bolus theme. He has a Bolus theme is a deck with the Rapture.
yeah.
I was like,
Look,
you
he's
have
even got the horns. Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
I got some options.
Oh, who am I kidding? There's flavor text there. You're right. Nicol Bolas gives power to those who will abuse it most. Exactly.
Oh, so that is an art of Nicol Bolas. Is it? It looks like it, I guess, kind of. No
It's
wings.
just
like
like
a-
Supers
It's
had.
like an acolyte of Bolas kind of thing.
Ah.
It's like he wants to grow up and be Nicol Bolas. He's got his
I'm
little
gonna
fan
tap-
shirt on and everything.
I'm gonna tap a blue into my Azoria Signet for a blue and a white, and then I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna play in Azoria's Chancery and return that island. So I still have a blue and a white.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to tap a red and or do I just do it this way? And I'll go ahead and tap for another red. And I'll cast Fires of Invention.
It's a good card.
Nice.
And on cast, I'll get a Spirit.
And then I'll get Ristic Study trigger on that as well, right?
That's
Yes.
right.
And then I'm going to 4 Fires of Invention. When it enters the battlefield, that does count as my first spell of the turn, so I only have 1 extra spell I can play this turn. And I'm going to tap. I'm going to cast a Generous Gift, targeting the.
The Ristic Study?
That Mindclaw Shaman bouncing every turn is also very scary.
But do you run a lot of instants? I mean, you guys saw what's in my hand. I only have 1 more.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm running low on instance and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
I think Coil, I'm going to target the Ristic.
So Ristic Study trigger, I'll draw a card.
Yes. And I'll also get a.
That's some
Yeah,
excellent
that's fine.
diplomacy, folks. Nice one.
I get a 3/3 token.
That's
This
a
is
cool.
great.
That's a cool token, Chris.
True.
Thank you. This is from Randy Gallagher. So I got it at Magic Fest Austin.
Yeah, that's super cool. Love that.
And after that, I'll pass turn.
All right.
Whenever I get a token like the elephant or an Oko elk or something like that, or it just gets shifted, it becomes my number one priority and mandate to then attack the creator. And
Yeah.
I had an Oko. I had something turned. Oko did work last night against Skeleton Ship, and I was like, turns off all these pieces and turns them into elks. And so I strapped up the elk and attacked back as fiercely as I ever could. It's great.
I'm going to
Becomes
play
poetic.
Sunken Hollow. It comes in untapped because I control 2 or more basic lands. I am going to pay. I'm gonna pay 3, and I'm going to play a Tribute Mage, and I'm going to go search for an artifact with CMC 2 or less and put it into my hand.
This is a tribute.
This is a tribute.
It's just a tribute. You believe me.
Oh, you picked it up. Yes. Good.
Oko is very underrated in Commander. I've only gotten to play
yeah.
once. And
Yeah, that's exactly like it turns things off, and I'm like, but how can I get it back? I'm not running any sack outlets. I'm like, that's really annoying.
Oh, Mesmer.
Oh, Mesmeric Orb. Spicy one.
I'm going to play my Mesmeric Orb.
Nice.
Now, we do know that there is a Tezzeret that can seek a 3 CMC artifact in his hand.
Yes. Then I still need a win con, though, and you know I don't have that in my hand.
Do I know that?
You do, because Tribute Mage was the card that I drew this turn.
Do you have anything that can bring it from your graveyard?
What would the 3 CMC artifact be? I'm trying to think.
Basalt Monolith.
Basalt Monolith. Activate
yeah.
it, untap it, activate it, untap it.
It's really good.
And then
Nice.
after that, I pass the Roo.
Yes.
See, this deck quickly makes itself arch enemy, I guess.
Before
You
you
know,
draw,
there's
man.
that. So
Yes.
You'll have to mill 5.
Oh.
you mill 1 for every card, every permanent that you untap at your upkeep.
Which was 5. Yeah.
Well, it's not even upkeep. I guess whenever a permanent becomes untapped, that player mills.
Oh, Ulamog.
So
You'll mill everything first, and then
Yeah.
the trigger rolls.
4, 5, and then they shuffle back in.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a Luca.
Luca, that's right. Luca is a nice polymorph type.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't gotten to play. I put
Right.
that in Laughless. I haven't gotten to play. Jeff.
Well, guess what? I don't die to the Mesmeric Orb.
You don't, so now we know you've got to shuffle in no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just
I got
need
that
you to
tech
mill them
online.
to exile. I need a rest in peace, but not in blue-black.
I honestly never play the Ulamog for that reason, but it's just nice to have one of those effects, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Draw. Would you believe I drew the same card?
Was it Ulamog?
Wow. Wow.
a Reliquary Tower?
Yes. That was pretty cool. I'll drop an island though. You've seen the island. 7. A few things I can think about doing. I'm not as... Yeah, that's right. I kind of like the idea of the Mesmeric Orb firing, and at the least I get a rather ripe graveyard anyway, so that's kind of fun. So what I'll do, I think... Yeah, we need to probably get an engine online maybe, but there's a few ways we could go about this. Yeah, that one's fun. So I think we just bounce around and have a good time. So what we're going to do, I'm going to drop a Tyrant of Discord. It's that guy in Discord that's like, this sucks. So the Tyrant of Discord comes in, enters the battlefield, target opponent chooses a permanent he or she controls at random and sacrifices it. If a non-land permanent is sacrificed this way, repeat the process. So this is a funky one. What we'll do, you got saplings, you got elephants. I'm going to target Andy with this one, see what happens.
What's happening? I'm sorry.
So enters the battlefield, target opponent chooses a permanent you control, and
Okay.
at random and sacrifices it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So
I'll
you roll a
do-
D8 essentially, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then if it's a land, it stops. So it sacrifices that permanent, but it stops.
Okay.
Otherwise, it just
Let me get a. What do we do? A D. What do we do?
D8.
D. I don't have one. Not on hand.
You could do. You
A
could do a D20 and then
D20.
re-roll on
D20
On 17 to 20. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Let me grab my D20.
So this is like the mirror match card. This card could do a lot. It could do nothing. So don't stress. Actually, no. At the very least, it gets a land, which is a bit mean. But anyway.
What am I re-rolling on?
17 to 20. Otherwise, so one.
So each one
to
counts as 2. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4,
So-
5, 6, 7. So it's a Demir signet.
So then you repeat the process.
Yes.
So now you're re-rolling everything above 14.
Okay.
Numbers.
11. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's this fetid pools.
Nice. And then it stops because it's a land. So no more. Nice. Sorry.
That is
now-
rough.
Yeah.
That is
I
rough.
mean,
I should no longer be a target this game.
Oh, exactly. So that's enough vitriol towards Andy, I think. And I might. Mindcall Shaman is there. There's a Kykar. There's a 2/2. There's a 1/1. I don't really gain anything there from attacking, so I'm going to move to the end step, and I'm going to flicker the Mindclaw Shaman, and I'm going to target Chris this time.
All right.
I'll just respond to it just to kind of save a little bit of time. I'm going to cast a Harrow.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'm
nice.
going to sacrifice this mountain and go search for a mountain and an island.
All right. I have Rousarek. I have a counter spell. I have a fiery islet. I have an island, and I have the chain veil.
Ooh, spicy. I can't hit anything except for Counterspell. Sounds good to me. I know what's in the hand now anyway. So, yep. Pass turn. Go for it, Coil.
All right. I'm going to mill
I could
some
just keep
cards.
bouncing the Tyrant, but who are we doing? You know. Yeah, wacky card. I always love that one. I'm like, that's got to find a home one day, and when it does.
I'll untap and mill 6. So, Cinderglade, Molten Rebirth, Snap, Beast Within, Arch of Arazka, and Sheltered Thicket.
Oh, snap!
And then I will draw for turn.
Oh, Tyrant of Discord bouncing. Ugh. Gross.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
This
What was that? Oh, yeah, exactly. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
bounce, bounce. That's a
I'm
really
gonna
good
play-
elephant token, Coil.
Thank you. I'm gonna use
Yeah,
Boris as my land for turn.
It looks like
Did you
you
guys
blew.
ever-
It looks like you drew a butterfly and then just gave it a chunk.
It's like the final form of a butterfly. It goes caterpillar, butterfly, elephant. You give it the moonstone or something on Pokemon, it turns into an elephant.
100%.
Whoa.
I'm gonna tap 6 and attempt to mutate my commander onto a sapperling token.
What about an elephant?
No, that's a 3/3.
I know, true, but it'd be cool.
All right, so mutate trigger. Let's see what we hit. Rampant growth, Kodama's reach, release the gremlins.
I love that one.
Porist, Eldritch Evolution, Sanctum of Eternity, Chain of Vapor, Forest. Shark
I'm just
Typhoon.
getting Oh, that does it.
We'll
I'm
get
just
it.
getting deck ideas in here. This is great. Release the Gremlins is a spicy one. I like it. I like it a lot. I might have to use that.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of tokens, doesn't it?
So-
Release the Gremlins.
Yeah. So I
I've
get
been
Shark
looking at all
Typhoons
the
on-
ways to make tokens that aren't on creatures. It's really good.
Yeah. So now, whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I make an XX flying shark token.
Meme card. It's great. It's like they really went there.
All right, then I will move to combat, and I am going to swing my Illuna at Sam. I know you didn't hit me with the tyrant, but the tyrant's scary. So
That's fine. How big's the Luna?
Illuna is a 6/6 flying trample.
Oh, I can't do anything about that. I'll take 6.
And then I
3.
will pass the turn.
Nice.
Alright, untap 4 and mill 4. Let's see, we got Sulphur Falls,
Oh yeah, that thing's still online. Great.
Island, Path to Exile, and a Karn's Bash. Alright. I'm draw my card for the turn.
Oh, I have to discard it on hand size. I apologize. I'm discarding a mountain.
It's all good. Go ahead and play an island. I'm going to cast Rouse Wreck for free off of Fires of Invention.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Nice.
That is a thing.
I'll get a Spirit when I do. And Rao will get 4 loyalty. And then I will cast Chain Bell for free. It's my second spell for the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get a force. Let's see. I will go ahead and sacrifice. I'm gonna +1. I'm gonna tap 4, and I'm gonna tap the Chain Veil, so I can activate each Planeswalker more than once this turn. And I'm going to plus Rouserick.
Oh, it triggers the chain bell too.
The
mesmeric orb.
Yeah, I'll untap Chain Veil, mill 1.
Nice.
And then I will tap. I guess I'll tap the Mindclaw Shaman.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And then I will.
Fire of Invention. What a card.
What a card! Exactly.
What a card.
I've got one. I was like, I'll play this at some stage.
I don't have it in any deck.
Nope.
Let's see here. My brain just broke.
Certainly a time.
So I have another activation round, so I'm going to sacrifice 4 spirits and activate the Chain Veil again.
Yep.
Hoo-hoo.
Actually, this doesn't really accomplish because I won't be able to activate it again to use Rao's ultimate yet.
That is correct, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, that's the giant target. That's all I really accomplished there. Go around the board here. Over there. And then we have over there. I'm just gonna go ahead and +1 Ral again, I suppose. And I will untap the Chain Bell again, mill 1. And then I can. So I plus round once. So I should have 3 activations total this turn. You came in the 4, so I have 1 more activation.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
And again, I can't. I don't have the mana to use to get his ultimate. So
not yet. Yeah, right.
I don't expect him to survive.
Not yet.
Yes, I'll go ahead and just plus him again, and I will tap.
What did you tap on the second activation?
The Mindclaw Shaman? Or was that the first?
Mindclaw Shaman was the first one. Yeah.
So you have 2 more taparoos.
Yeah. I'll just tap the Coil, I'll tap one of your Saprolinks.
I only have one sapper.
Or the one Saproling.
All right.
And then the second one, I'll tap you. And I will untap.
Where's your Verity circle at?
Ooh, that'd be great
Think
right
about
now.
that card, like where to put it for so long.
Andy, I'm gonna untap your island. One of your islands.
Oh yeah, all right. We're gonna mill this thieving skydiver, son of a.
Yay!
You
Well,
son
that
of
doesn't
a.
affect me.
Taking Soul Rings is the greatest joy ever.
It is.
Well,
I've only done
Sonic
it
the
once
Hedgehog.
and it felt
I'll
so
tap-
good.
Oh, you gotta play Thada.
I'm
Thada,
tapping
you just...
Silvermere. I'm gonna okay, so now I'm gonna untap 3 permanents.
Mana burn.
Yep.
I'm playing Trash Jund. Guy.
Temple of Deceit,
How's that
Dramatic
card?
Reversal, and a snow-covered island.
Oh, dramatic reversal. All you ever see is the trash on the card's name, that Junda guy. It's like thrash. It's like, no, your brain
It's
just completely
scorched
omits
trash.
the H and just sees
Scorched,
trash.
yeah.
Scorched
Yeah,
trash.
exactly.
All right. Drowned Catacomb comes in untap because I control an island or a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to pay 3 for Rona.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to exile this Dimir Signet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast the Dimir Signet.
Oh, look at that. It's back.
It's back. Like, Rona is pretty cool at recurring things.
I
Like,
reckon
I
Rona's
really
very
like
cool.
it.
And I think that's the joy of it. It came from a set with so many legendaries that most of the uncommons were looked over. And I think that'll happen a lot in this set for Commander Legends.
Yes, I agree.
And that's why I love Coil and I are both like, Arumi's amazing.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so good. And everyone's like, I don't see it. That's fine.
The threads that I'm seeing on the Sakashima with Krark the Thumbless is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, well, I am going to. I mean, I don't care about getting hit because there's no reason to not. So I'm going to. Oh well, there's no good swings. I just wanted to have another permanent to be able to
I mean,
untap.
I
Yeah,
don't- I don't
No,
have any
Coil's
blockers.
open.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna poke you for 2 because I'd like to be able to mill more.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for that, and
Captain Planet.
Yup. And then after that, I'll
no,
pass.
good.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I mean, someone's got to make sure that
Untap.
Malzeric doesn't.
Sam's
hit
gonna
seven.
mill 7.
Yes.
All
7.
right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, no Ulamogs. Come on, no Ulamogs.
Ponder, a talisman, a cackling counterpart, Niv Mizzet, Island, Steam Vents, Phyrexian Altar. This is also like the whole thing with Mill, and I've learnt this with the Rogues deck on Arena. The whole part of Mill is investigating what's in their deck.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
I'm getting information here. Draw. Interesting. I think I probably just need another blue. It's fine. Now the question is,
What is the question?
what is the question?
The question is, who do you target when you bounce
like
that
to have-
tyrant?
Yeah, totally. And I'd like to have answers for things, so I might leave some mana up actually. I would. It's just the comfy spot if you've ever got a ley line or a Videlcan Ori out. You could just go fold your arms and pass the turn and have.
In our boxing league, Chris has got the ley line, and it's pretty nice.
Oh, from is it M19 or 20?
M20.
Yeah, nice. It's perfect, and like nothing is better than getting that on turn 0. You're like, we are happy days. With the rel doing things, I might just leave it there. It's just
What's the number though? It goes to potentially take 5 turns,
-7,
and it's
so I
at
can
7.
do it now.
Oh,
Yes.
Listen. I have 2 lands and a counterspell in my hand that I can't cast because of Fire of Invention. So.
Of course, but hold on. Can you cast them on your turn though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not great.
He can
I'm
cast
okay
them
on
on,
my turn.
he can cast them on
Yeah,
any of his turns.
If I cast
What's-
a counterspell on my turn, it takes one of my 2 spells for the turn.
Yeah, but if I want to intervene with Rel on your turn, you've got the shields up, which is something.
shields up.
Shields up. Well, that being said, I don't know, Andy and Coil. Do you have anything to do to the rel?
I mean, Coil can trample into it, right?
I have a flying 6/6 trample. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is true.
I totally just wasted my last.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think.
But I might need some assurances from the rest of the board if you
Yeah,
want
that's
me to
true.
take
You know what's in my hand, so.
Yeah, cool. Oh well, I like being flexible here.
I
I
don't
think
think-
that's
You
I don't
don't. There's
think I knew what
there's
you
one
draw.
new card that
Yeah.
you don't know. You're right.
fair enough.
There is one new card.
Yeah, I like being flexible here. I think that's gonna be fine. So what I'll do is probably just move to the end step, and who could have stuff? No, I'm gonna flicker the Tyrant of Discord and target Chris.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Awkward.
Well, you can do a d20 and reroll 19 and 20.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. 1, 2, 9. That's 19.
Oh no, yeah.
1. So Fires of Invention.
Nice.
And then I repeat that until I hit a non-land.
No, you repeat it
Until you hit a
land.
land. Yep, exactly.
Chain Bell.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you.
Oop, that one. 4, 5, 6. Brow.
Oh, wow.
Oh gosh.
Feels
So
good.
board wide.
Woo. We got there. A relevant board, though.
All right, down
It's
to
a
3
land.
lands. Kykar. All right.
Apologies. Back to the Stone Age, I guess. Pass turn, go for it, Coil.
All right. Well, I think Chris, you're in my. I think we're good from Coil right now. I think we are. Not the,
Exactly.
I mean, I swung at Sam last turn, too.
That's true. That's
I didn't swing anywhere, but I'm not going to. That's fine.
Chat.
I should have attacked with
Who's
Tyrant, of
mean
course,
enough
but
to
no.
play Tyrant of Discord?
I
I've never
played
seen
in
it.
my
To be fair, I've
Purpose
only
deck.
ever seen it like happen once though.
I
This-
play in my
Exactly.
Purpose deck. I thought it always hits lands first, pretty much. Every
I'm
time.
Oh,
saying
totally,
chat.
and that's usually my experience too. It totally just hits lands. Triumph of the Hordes. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh, there's a Crater Hoof gone.
there it is, a hoof.
Yeah, so Chatter of the Squirrel, Triumph of the Hordes, Pongnify, Growth Spasm, Command Tower, Crater Hoof, Forest Island, and Kerr Keep. Kerr
Love
Keep
it.
makes tokens on a land. In case you're
It does.
looking for another token creator. All right, I will draw for turn.
Mesmeric Orb doing a smidgen of work.
A smidgen of work.
Kerr Keep, really good in that deck,
I just-
Coil. Really good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. I should chuck it in. I don't have one actually.
Chuck it in.
Chuck it in. Makes tokens. That's why I play the sapling one. You played that, didn't you? Or the plant one. Colony Garden.
Colony
I know you
Garden?
didn't, but
I do play.
I love Colony Garden. I play it wherever I can. It's just nice.
I feel like I add it to decks that it shouldn't even be in. So
Exactly.
I'm just
It's
like, I
just
get a
street
0/1
garden.
plant. It's fine. It can block one day.
Exactly. It can block an Emrakul. Like, it's fine.
I'm gonna play an island as my land for turn,
Okay.
and then I am going to tap 4, and I'm going to cast an Acorn Harvest.
What is this?
So it's a sorcery
You
to
get to
put
play the squirrels.
yes to put 2 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens into play, and it has flashback for 1 and a green and pay 3 life.
Oh, that's great.
But since I cast a non-creature spell, my Shark Typhoon will trigger,
That is true.
and I'll make a 4/4 flying shark.
Flying shark. Do 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 do. It's like Shark Typhoon cannot be played without singing Baby Shark.
That's,
And
that's
I have
complicated.
nephews, so I hear it enough.
I don't think we have anyone young enough in our family anymore that we did go through that phase. No. I'm at that next generation where we're gonna start having kids. So we passed right by the Baby Shark.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to move to combat. and I am going to declare Illuna as an attacker at Sam.
How big's the Illuna again?
6.
6. And you've got 3 mana up your sleeve.
I do, up to 2 blue, in case that's relevant.
Okay. Do I want to do anything? Probably not. That's probably fine.
This is an abomination.
Why
of a
does he have
squirrel.
such a big humpback?
I'm giving him tentacles now.
I'll take
It's
7.
infected. It's only 6, not 7. It's only
6, sorry. 27 is what I mean. 12.
Yes. And you'll be at 12 commander damage.
I'm pretty sure kids growing up now are going to have a tough time anyway. I was talking the other day about it's like my sister's kid, or kids. The way everyone works these days, it's like they'll just post everything on social media. And once those kids get to school, it's like they have their whole history outlined on the internet.
You know what's
everyone.
funny is I have some
And
friends
it's like,
who
ugh,
said we're
like-
just not going to put our kids on Facebook and stuff. Which
That's where I got to. That I had that. I was like, I've talked to Kate about it. We don't have kids, but when one day if we do, it's like I don't think I'd want to do that exactly. Like
I don't know. Yeah, it's different now that it's completely accessible to everyone.
Yeah, and exactly right. And we talk about like absolutely everything is online, and it's like you don't own it as soon as it's up there. It's like it's just weird. I don't know. You need some kind of privacy in your life, I guess.
I'm going to pass the turn to you, Chris.
I think my point is I don't even know what the repercussions are. Like I don't even know what effect that has, or I can't even imagine what that'd be like for the next generation of children going through school.
Pass turn.
All right.
Interesting. I think bottom line, school is the most brutal place ever. Like, as in,
Chris,
it's like the
did you mill?
hardest place to go through.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I
It's
need
fine.
that
No,
was-
just mill whatever it is now. I mean, it doesn't matter. You had the land, so.
Yeah.
Dobin, Island, Mountain, Bellward.
All right, I'm milling
That was
6. Jace, Hope of Girapur, Island, Reality Shift, Island, and Tainted Isle. Draw for turn. I'm going to play a snow-covered island, and then I will play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to play Tezzeret the Seeker. I am going...
May I respond?
You may.
I'd like to Sublime Epiphany the Tezzeret.
Yes, that is just counter, correct? That's one of the
I'll
options.
counter that.
Yes.
I will bounce Coil Shark Typhoon. I will... No, there's no triggered effects. I will make a token of the Tyrant.
Oh,
I'll draw
no.
a card.
So what's happening? I had to get up and get my husband out of bed real quick. So what's going on?
That's okay. I just hit a...
So I cast
Sublime Epiphany
Tezzeret,
for-
and then Sam is casting Sublime Epiphany in response to my Tezzeret.
Okay.
to get lots of stuff.
He's
Where's
gonna-
my cool copy?
So the modes he's choosing is counter this, make a copy of Tyrant of Discord, bouncing
Bounce
Shark
Shark
Typhoon.
Yes.
Any,
Yes. That's,
any
that's correct. And
responses,
draw a card.
I pass priority.
Hmm?
Chris, you pass priority?
No response.
No response. Okay. All right. Tezzeret
All right, cool.
is the countered.
I'll draw a card.
If I don't get things, no one does.
Mhm. Who are you hitting with that Tyrant?
Coil.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So the Is It deck, Cozy Porcupine, is a polymorph deck. And
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Doesn't-
yeah, chat's
But I just
asking if it's an
hardcast-
Is It Good Stuff deck.
I guess, but I kind of just hard cast out my good things, and that became the game plan, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'll sack this
There you
for
go.
us.
It's just land.
Must be nice.
Must be
Yeah.
nice.
That must be nice. Yeah. Apologies for the RNG, Chris.
And then
I mean, I say I only have 2 lands and a counter spell in my hand. Even if I got like 3 turns, I have no card draw sources.
I am
I'll be leaving the bird alone now, I think.
going to cast a. I don't have anything good to cast, I guess. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 2. 2. Is there anything good there for 2? I mean, why not? Unless it's a card in hand, right? Coil, can you kill my Rona if I swing?
How big is Rona?
2/2.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna swing at you with Rona.
I'll block with my elephant.
Okay, Rona is dead.
This is magic.
And then after that, I pass.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to cast Fungal Rebirth to return target permanent card from my graveyard to my hand. If a creature died this turn, create 2 1/1 green sapling creature tokens.
Craterhoof?
I'm going to return Craterhoof to my hand
Oh,
Nice.
and create 2 1/1 green saplings.
so chat, I think the reason I want Rona to die is because when Rona comes into play, she can exile a historic permanent from my graveyard. So I don't really have anything good in my hand. But I have at least a Hope of Girapur in my graveyard that I'll be able to cast on my next turn. Or anything else that I mill. So Mesmeric Orb is going to force me to mill 5 cards next turn. So if I have maybe like a rock that goes to my graveyard, I can cast Rona, exile a rock, and then cast it. Yeah.
Nice.
Like a rock.
I hope I got a rock.
How good are the rock tokens with the new
Togo?
Goblin? Yeah.
There's
Did you see also the artifact guy? And it's like
Yeah.
they're both doing the change the light bulb pose, as Chesh said, and they mirror each other. So it's the 6-mana artifact guy. You need to check it out. It's like they're both doing the pose and it mirrors each other. So you have this is it partner commanders that actually both have the same pose but mirrored.
And very good synergy.
Yeah. It's really cool. Yes. Anyway, anything else to resolve?
No. After that, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. Oh, and then so Rona does not hit chat when it hits an opponent, but I can pay 4 and tap her to exile the top card of my library. I don't do that very often. It's a lot of mana, and I feel like I don't hit historic permanents very often when I do that. It's just easier to do the self mill and pick later.
All right. We cool.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. Are you
Untap,
bouncing the Tyrant Discord again?
What's that? What's that? Sorry.
So that depends. Are you bouncing that Tyrant Discord again?
You know he loves a trampoline. So that's 5. I'll untap 5. So Diluvian Primordial, Terror of the Peaks, Thopter Spy Network, Is It Boilerworks, and A Telling Time in the Yard. Some of my best pieces, and I'll draw a card.
All right.
Okay, very nice. I will drop a Reliquary Tower. We have 9 mana to spend.
It's a lot of mana, Sam.
It's a lot of mana.
That's a lot of mana.
Coil, you put the what do you call it? The Craterhoof in your hand, right?
Yeah, so I currently, as you would know, a Craterhoof and a Shark Typhoon recently.
Business. That's pretty cool. Okay, so
You also know I have a Wart the Raid Mother, Perforos, and Kiora.
that's true.
Kiora
That'd be
bets the
sad.
turn.
Yeah, so I think that's Chesh, my spirit Jedi master, would be telling me, he's like, threat assessment Padawan, and it would tell me to disrupt hand right now, I think.
I've only got
And-
6 mana, to be fair, not 8.
I know, but there's some really good stuff in your hand.
I don't disagree with you.
And I think this is the better of my options. So I think red. I can cast 3 spells, that's fine. So I think we'll do that. Yeah. let's go 3 for Jori. 3 for
Jorian's
3
out.
for Sahili. 3 for Sahili.
All right.
I'll draw a card. Thanks to Jori's effect.
Sam, you got quite the board over there now.
Quite the board, exactly. Sahili doesn't trigger yet, but I'll get my servos ready.
And Thassa's still not a creature, right?
What's that, sorry?
Thassa's not a creature, right? You only have 4 blue pips right now? Devotion?
3, 4. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So Thassa, as I learned yesterday, it's like the amount of times, I mean, I've known this for a while, but it really is true a lot of the time. It's like when one of these devotion creature things is not a creature, it's often so much better.
Sure.
What I'll do is then disrupt the hand and cast a windfall. Okay. I'll get a servo for this. And
I've got 7 that I'm discarding.
I have 2. How many are you discarding, Chris? 3.
I've got 5, so we're all getting 7.
Yeah.
All right. Time Siege and Torment of Hellfire.
I was gonna Progenitor Mimic that Tyrant of Discord.
Gross. That's
pretty
gross.
That is pretty spicy. I don't have a servo anywhere. Surely I do.
Okay.
You can be a Mia. It's fine. Okay. So that is that. I'm discarding a Cyclonic Rift, a Mountain, a Nezahal, a Kazul's Fury, and an Island. And we're drawing 7, correct?
Yes.
I'm down. I like it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Very spicy. Nice. All right. So that's what I've been able to do this turn. Now I should actually learn from my mistakes and attack with some things for some fun. So we can Tyrant, or you can probably just... We can Mind Claw Shaman now that everyone's got some ripe, what do you call it? Spells.
Stacked hands.
Their hand. Stacked hands, exactly.
Is it instants and sorceries you can cast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct. Right, I'm going to move to combat anyway, and Coil's got that stuff. Nothing's crazy on the ground. I'm going to send a Tyrant and a Tyrant each to Chris and Andy.
I will block with my Tribute Mage.
Nice.
I don't think so.
Nice. I'll move to the end step, and I will flicker the Mind Claw Shaman to hit Coil.
Cool. You're gonna have some fun.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hey,
What have we got?
The polymorph deck is
yeah,
the polymorph deck. So we've got Brainstorm, Crystal Shard, Exotic Orchard, Kranko's Command.
Oh.
Mizzix's Mastery,
Transmogrify,
and Reality Scramble.
Oh my! Chef's kiss. Mizzix's Mastery is holy cow!
So you'll exile.
Oh, my favorite. All right, I do love this card when I can play it in red, but I'm usually just playing blue black or something. So you know how much I love Spell Twine. So this is just joy. What's in my graveyard first? Yeah. Sublime Epiphany.
Oh wait, Mizzix's Mastery.
But this would not. You couldn't do it with the Overload though. It would just be the single.
No. I just get one, and it would exile out of his hand too, I believe. Oh no, I would just go to your graveyard.
So go to my graveyard. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know, guys. Do I just transmogrify something and have a bit of fun? Reality Scramble's always fun. I hit just a creature. Generally.
You could hit
more or less
an artifact.
What's that, sorry?
You could hit an artifact instead. You could hit your Planeswalker.
That's true. So yeah, that's the thing. If I hit the mirror, it kind of just gets a I don't have another Planeswalker actually. Oh no, I have Tybalt. Never mind. In that case, yeah, what's the best here? I got so much joy, so much fun to have. So I could Mizzix's Mastery, hit the Sublime Epiphany, make a copy of Tyrant, bounce something else is usually fun. Draw a card. That's always nice. I think. That sounds fun. Oh no, I've got a better play. Okay, cool. We got this. So what we'll do for that trigger, I will hit your Mizzix's Mastery,
Okay.
and I'll target my Sublime Epiphany.
Okay.
I'll counter. No, that's fine. I'll return a non-line permanent to its hand. How many tokens you got there? You got 3 saplings.
3 sapperlings, an elephant, a 4/4 flying shark, and 2 1/1 squirrels.
And Illuna's still flying and annoying and all that stuff. That's fine. I will bounce your flying shark. And I'll create a token that's a copy of the Mindclaw Shaman.
Oh,
And we'll
yeah.
do it all again. And I'll draw a card. Okay. That goes to exile now, I believe, thanks to Mizzix's Mastery.
Yes.
The Mindclaw Shaman will also target you, Coil.
Yep.
So I'll make and we'll do it all again. This is the kind of magic I love. This is great. You do it all again, and I play other people's decks, and if they synergize with what I'm doing, we're just having a great time. So,
Even better.
Yeah, exactly. So I need another copy token. It doesn't matter for the moment, so it can just be this shapeshifter. So yes, and we do it all again. I then can probably Reality Scramble or the Transmogrify is fun as well. Probably
Hey,
just hit.
Crazy Porcupine got to use our MTG bot, and I think that's the first time anyone's used it. We just linked it to our account, so
Oh, nice.
congratulations!
That's right. I will.
I'm glad it works.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I might Reality Scramble, I might Reality Scramble to hit the Shapeshifter that just came in. So, you know what I mean? Basically the Mindclaw Shaman. So it is a creature.
Yeah.
And I will polymorph because it's what my deck does.
Kind of.
Hit a creature. Oh, baby! It's
Oh
a
my
torrential
gosh.
Gearhawk. Okay. So, triggers. This is fun. Okay. Instant out of my graveyard to... Woohoo! This is fun. I'm going to hit Cackling Counterpart and make a copy of Mindclaw Shaman.
Is it Coil's hand again?
Yes.
See, someone was getting polymorph this game, and it's not Coil.
Oh, no, it is. Reality
the
Scramble
I'll
has
put
retrace.
I will.
Oh, it has
I will
retrace. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So you get it back anyway. I'm transmogrifying. This is a hand attack in a weird way, in a very creative way. I'm going to transmogrify my Mindclaw Shaman token.
After wind falling me, too.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to transmogrify this token. It's a Cavalier of Gales. Look at that. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. And then I'm going to put 2 cards from the top, my hand on the top of the library. I might put these 2. Oh no, I can just do that. That's fun. Yes, good.
Yeah.
I like that. Yep, 2 on top. Fun times. And
Cavalier of Gales.
I think that's all I can do. That's just saying.
Is that the Brainstorm horse? Is that what it basically does?
Brainstorm horse. I love that so much. That's exactly what it is. It's a brainstorm horse. Pass turn, have a turn, Coil. It's all yours.
I'm going to untap 7 and mill 7.
All right.
Crazy
We've all
Porcupine,
realized
yes,
Sam's board needs to be dealt with.
Oh, but it will all come back.
All right, let's get rid of the Mindclaw Shaman.
By the way, sorry, Sahili triggers. I've got how many servos? 1 off that.
You have 4 or
off.
5 for sure.
It's 4, 3 more, I believe. So, oh no, they cast things at 5, I think, because it was the first one cast the Mizzix's Mastery, the one from my graveyard, which made a copy, did it again, which then hit the Torrential Gearhulk, hit another thing.
Coil, is that your hand?
Yeah, so I got 4 more.
No, this is my mill.
Oh, that's your mill. Okay.
No, yeah, because I only have 4 cards in my hand, because 3 of them were just stripped from it.
Yes.
Yes. Go hand attack in Is It.
So I'm milling Endray's Forerunners, Farseek, Forest, Colony Garden, Parallel Lives, Hordling Outburst, and Stomping Ground.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Rough.
Right.
Thank you for the follow, Enthralamund.
Hey, it's Joel.
Hey.
Hey, Joel.
I'm gonna tap.
Welcome to a fun place.
I'm gonna tap 4 and discard this mountain to retrace my reality scramble.
Okay.
And I'm going to target one of my squirrels.
Okay.
Nice. How good is that card?
It's great.
Also, the artwork is the best thing ever. It's like a Muppet Treasure Island or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of animals up in
There's
there.
a lot of animals. There's a dinosaur. They're all having fun. That is me playing Commander. That is why I love that card. I have to get a playmat of it, I think.
All right, so I'm going to reveal cards on the top of my library until I reveal a creature. And then put that card on the battlefield and the rest of the bottom of my library in a random order.
Okay.
Tishana, Voice of Thunder.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
It's a really good one.
Another creature I'm jealous for you playing green with. So, dang, I
Right.
want that.
So when Tishana enters the battlefield, I draw a card for each creature I control, and her power and toughness is equal to the number of cards in my hand. And I have no maximum hand size, so I'll draw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right.
Okay. All right. Coyle's got cards again.
Yep. I can. He's got a ripe hand that I can pick again. It's great.
All right. Now
there's my great copy.
somebody windfall so I can hold more cards in my hand.
Yes. I haven't hit my spell twine yet, so we're not there yet. We'll get there.
I am going to play an Exotic Orchard as my land for turn.
Okay.
And then I am going to...
Thank you for following Cozy Porcupine.
Love it.
So cozy.
So cozy.
So
Exactly.
cozy.
Whole Breacher vibes, yeah. Whole Breacher's the new Merfolk, right? The crazy Narset / Alms Collector /
Oh.
kind of what do you even call it? Notion Thief.
Notion
It's
Thiefy.
really, really good. Yeah, exactly. And it's got flash just to really hose someone in case they windfall. Like really hose them. Oh, it's the greatest.
I'm going to tap 1 blue, and I'm going to rapid hybridization the Cavalier of Gales.
Spicy. It dies. I get a die trigger. Nice. So that just turns into a 3/3 and it destroys, right?
Yeah, it destroys, and you get a 3/3 green frog lizard.
Yes. So when it dies, shuffle it in and then scry 2. That's what it says.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I was like, why do I play this card? Oh, that's why I play it. It's really cool. And then scry 2 to really top deck my nip. Put it down the bottom, I think. Cool. So that's fine. I'll make a frog lizard.
Yes.
So many tokens this game, and I probably should just start drawing them because that's fun.
And then I'm going to move to combat. And since I just destroyed your only flyer, I'm going to swing my 6/6 commander at you for 18. It'll be at 18 commander damage now. So
That
another
is
6.
true.
Eesh.
That is true.
Well, that happens.
I might have to prepare my coil removal. So yes, I'll take 6. We're going 21,
And then I'll pass the turn after that.
All right, Chris.
don't bounce.
Chris, we're
don't
coming
bounce
back.
the Illuna.
Chris, we're gonna get there.
All right.
Bounce the Illuna, that's fine. I'll take another polymorph in my hand.
I'll usually just go
Okay.
out in a bang the way I play, so I'm not even going to be
Underworld
surprised. I did
Breach
fine.
has been milled.
That would have been useful for a board wipe.
Oh, look at that! I got the frog lizard token.
Draw a card.
Wow. I don't even have
It
that.
looks very similar to the new Salamander tokens.
It does.
Wait, it's Epiphany.
Speaking of which, that one that exiles things on ETB is an absolute powerhouse. I love that card. Make salamanders out of them. It's gonna be good.
I want to keep that on top, or I want to put that on the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna put that. Sadly, put that on the bottom. All right. I'm going to
I think I
tap
get to empty my hand except for one card next turn. Everything's super low CMC.
a red and a red. And then 3 off. Actually, how I want. That's tap because I came and played this. So red, I have to tap the red.
How many cards in hand do you have, Sam?
A lot.
Oh.
3, 6, 9.
Okay.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, look at this.
All right, I'm gonna tap a blue for a soul ring.
It's the
And
polymorph
then-
jewel of the fates.
I'll get a spirit.
All right.
A spirit in the sky, if
That's
you
a
will.
good spirit token. Good spirit token.
Oh, yeah. It's classy.
Then I'm gonna tap.
Must be casting something.
For okay, yeah. Then I think. Then I'll pay. Then I'll tap for 2 red. Actually, I'll tap for a red and I'll sacrifice a spirit for another red.
Okay.
And tap my soul ring for 2. And I'll tap that.
Chain reaction.
Jori Signet. And I'll cast Mana Geyser and get a red mana for half land my opponent's control.
Nice. 6 for me.
It is
5.
I have 3.
6, 5, and 3, 11. So I get 14 red mana. And then I get a spirit from casting.
Kykar deck is definitely casting something.
Yes.
14 red mana floating. That.
About to go large.
I'm gonna use 2 of that. I'm gonna cast an arcane signet, and I'll get another spirit. And then I'm gonna tap for a blue and a white. I'm gonna use the blue. I'm gonna cast Portent to look at the top 3 of my library.
Mm-hmm. Important.
And then
Searching now. And that's important.
Yes.
That draws it in the X upkeep, isn't it? Important. I've never thought of that. It's like whelming wave. It's like overwhelming or just whelming. Just whelming.
any order.
Moderately whelming wave.
Yeah.
Card being next. Okay. I'm gonna put them back in this order,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna pay 5, go down to 7, and I'm gonna cast Chandra, Heir of Heart of Fire.
Is that the dual deck
Oh,
one?
No, that's the core set altar from this. From
Oh.
Is it the emblem one?
No.
I love that one.
And then I'm going to +1 her.
So
I
it's
need
that
to get this first.
Awaken Inferno. Oh, no. So,
Heart of Fire.
Heart of Fire.
Hot.
A heart of the cards. Oh, yes. Discard your hand, exile top 3.
Have you seen
2 damage
all
to
of
any target.
Yu-Gi-Oh to know what Heart of the Cards really meant from the Pharaoh?
I've not watched an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh ever, and I've
Oh.
secondhand inherited all the
Oh.
memes, all the sayings, and I feel really bad saying any because I don't know where they come from.
I would like to spoil it. It's literally cheating.
I'm gonna plus 1 here. I'm gonna discard my hand and exile the top 3 cards of my library until end of turn. I can play cards exile that way. So I'm
Okay.
gonna discard release to the wind and hinder. And then I'm gonna get Cleansing Nova, Tezzeret's Gambit, and a Prairie Stream.
Cleansing Nova.
Fair enough.
I'm going to spend 3 and go to 4. And pay 2 life. I'm going to cast Tezzeret's Gambit.
Nice.
And I'll get another Spirit. And I will proliferate Chandra. Is there anything else around that has counters on them?
Not on mine.
I don't think so.
Nope.
They're just representing numbers. Sheer numbers.
And then I'll draw 2. I'll pay 2. And I'll cast a... Actually, I'll not pay 2 yet. I'll go ahead and tap for a white. Oh no, because I want to use my... Dilemmas.
Dilemmas.
I'll go ahead and just sacrifice my spirits for another 5 red mana.
Yeah.
And I'll go up to 9. And then I will... I'm just going to put this in exile because I've already played my land for the turn.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to tap for... a white... and a white, and then 3.
I think a wipe makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sway all creatures.
Yep. I wholeheartedly agree.
Whew.
Oh, Thassa's got another mode. Tap another creature. I should probably use that sometimes.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, Verity Circle, anyone? Woohoo. I love that card. Torrential, Mindcore, all these tokens, all these friends, Tyrant. The tyranny of the Discord is now over.
Oh, thank
now.
goodness. Thank goodness.
Actually, you guys mind if I do something in reverse order real quick? Because I just realized that you had, because Sam, you had a lot of servo to you.
A lot of servos, yes, I do.
Do you remember? Did you know how many servos you had? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I had 6 of them.
All right, I'm gonna actually, before I cast, as you know, I'm gonna pay 2 red. I'm gonna cast Dockside Extortionist.
Oh.
Yeah, fair enough. 6. They were mere tokens.
I have 2.
There's also a torrential Gearhawk too.
Yeah.
So 6.
I was
7,
like, that makes
8,
more
9.
sense.
Yeah, you get 9 out of that.
I had 0.
9 and 2, so I have 11 treasure.
Yes,
Oh god.
that makes sense for sure.
All right, and then
look at this no artifact deck. That's great.
and then I'll do the Cleansing Nova. A lot more.
Just
Yep.
destruction of everything. Jori's back in the command zone. Jori rarely comes out twice because, like, at that point, I'm like, I'm doing things anyway. So she's a figurehead.
I'm gonna spend 1, 2, 3, and then 2 treasure. They go to 9, and I will cast.
Okay.
Quite the turn.
My turn is changing rapidly now, and
How much mana you got, Coil? You've got 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I want to put that.
7
And
my
Illuna is
commander costs
6.
8. Yeah, 6 for
yeah,
polymorph, so plus 2.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. After that, I only have 1 man left floating,
I
and
think
I'll
that
pass
was
it.
all
I
right.
think that was the way, Chris. Respect.
I'm gonna untap 4 and mill 4. Baleful Strix, Demonic Tutor, Academy Runes, and Heuristic Study.
Look at the fire in the yard. All right.
I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna
I
go
also
ahead.
resolved my first ever demonic shooter last night too.
Ooh.
It's like these powerful cards. I've got a few of them, but I never really played them.
So snow-covered swamp, and then I'm gonna play a Soul Ring. And then, man, this is what I don't want to do, but I feel like it has to be done. So I don't know what you guys do. I don't know what you and Koyo can do.
Oh,
Just
I
got
can
our
do
board
anything.
wiped.
Huh? I know, and I don't think I want you to have graveyards.
I could change it to
okay.
anything.
I don't know how many things can come back. So I've got a Nile Spellbomb,
Oh yeah.
and I have a mana floating. Is it worth casting Rona and getting Nile Spellbomb back to hit both graveyards is the question. I guess I can just leave the Spellbomb because
Do you want it? Would you like to peruse mine?
No, I think I'll just do it in
Anything
response to
you're,
anything that...
Targets or whatever, yeah. True.
Because I can respond when Ulamog hits the graveyard, correct? Chris, if it mills?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going
You
to
can
just...
do the trigger on the stack, and then because the way it's going to work is that before the whole ability has to resolve whatever's putting Ulamog into the graveyard. The entire ability has to resolve, and then its ability is going to be on the stack.
Okay.
And at that point, you get a chance to respond.
Okay, perfect. Then
Nice.
So that's one, and then I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to play a Mind Stone, and then I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to play an Arcane Signet.
Mhm.
And then
Rocks on.
Yeah, it all showed up just now.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to... Do I care?
Building a droid.
Um,
Do I even care?
well,
No.
I'm just trying to figure out if I care to do this now. I think the answer is no. So I'm going to go ahead and pass.
Nice.
I take the quick turns at the table.
All right. Mesmeric Orb is still there, so
It is.
6, 7, 8. So we'll mill 8. 1, 2. Oh, reality scramble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that, a Shark Typhoon as well. Draw.
Double
I'm gonna
Typhoon.
play-
Chris, do you run Shark Typhoon?
I don't have a copy. I sold mine when they peaked.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still remarkably high. I was surprised. They're really good. But it's the type of thing. Is that just because of standard play, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because like Metallurgic Summonings isn't a particularly expensive card, but it is a kind of better version of that. But then again, I forgot Metallurgic Summonings had another mode, which was you can get all your instants and sorceries back. So very cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Leyline of Anticipation and get a servo token. It's fun. I can do anything I want at any time. And how much mana have I got left over? 3, 6. I know the Thassa triggers are too juicy, but I might just leave them.
You can swing with Thassa. It's online now.
This is true. Yeah. Move to combat. Coil.
Yeah.
Fear the 6. And
Life totals are still really high.
I have a rally tower, so I am fine. I'm going to pass the... Or do I do anything with it? I could make that... No, that doesn't really change anything, does it? I mean, I could make the Arcane Signet a Soul Ring. That could be funky. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature. So 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that doesn't really help me out at all. I'd rather keep some mana up. So pass turn, go for it, Coil.
The end of your turn, I'm going to brainstorm. I'll draw 3 and put 2 back on top.
It's a barnstorm.
But not on a brainstorm horse.
2.
I love brainstorm. That's so good. It makes sense too because Jori I see, even though not in green, but I see as Gumby because Gumby can change into anything.
Oh.
And the elemental brainstorm horse can just be pokey.
Is that the reason your Discord image is Gumby?
That's exact. I love Gumby. Gumby's so wild and weird. Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
So I'll discard Forest, Catching a Triome, Beacon of Creation, Indomitable Creativity, Chaos Warp, and Skyshow Claim.
Not the creativity.
All right.
And then draw.
It's, as I said before, having a ley line is now my comfy space. It's just like this is where I want to hang out and just be reactive. I don't have to put things on the board yet.
I just play and pass.
Yeah, exactly. And then just blue control hunch. Say,
do you run many counter spells in there?
You saw one of them. There's like, I usually like my counter spells to do something big and flashy and weird. So not like, I never run like, I very rarely run blue counter spell. I do like Cryptic Command or Sublime Epiphany. I absolutely love. There's also the consideration whenever I run the Fatcaster Mage. What's he called? The big guy, the artifact guy.
Torrential Gearhulk?
Yeah, this guy.
Fatcaster Mage.
Fatcaster. I want some seriously ripe instants to hit. So I lean them on the higher scale. And Spellweaver Volute is in the deck too, which I love that card.
I've never even heard of that card.
You'll see it. I prioritize big instants for that reason. So I want my counters to do something wacky.
Spellweaver, what is it?
Volute. It's one of the weirdest cards.
I'm just going to look up
Volute.
Vulte.
Volute.
Okay, Cozy Porcupine's got it in chat here.
It's so much fun. And it's, yeah. Oh, fun. So that's my long-winded answer to do I run counters? Essentially, yes, but I'll do other things.
I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to cast a Dragon Fodder.
Oh,
that's some dragon fodder.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll get 2 goblins.
I won the collector booster box. I have over 50% of the entries on the giveaway. 100 like.
So you got 90% of the giveaways you did.
Yeah.
I will tap.
Make sure to donate to her again in the future.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've donated another $30 over the.
And I'm going to cast a Polymorph, destroying one of my goblin tokens.
OG Polymorph. I like that one better because it destroys it, because you might need the creature later if that's ever relevant.
Basically all those. I mean, going by
and it's got a rabbit on it doing weird things.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so...
Alright.
It's like, we watched the movie, have you guys seen the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson by Luc Besson, I think it is, the director?
That's an Avenger of Zendikar right there.
Oh, hey Venji. How you doing?
That's an Avenger.
That is such an Avenger.
801 plants. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
That was my zombie token.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. You've dropped your land for the turn there, Coil?
Yes, I have.
Whew.
No!
Oh, was 801s that don't have haste
No.
versus 812s that don't
Power
have haste?
in fear, exactly.
It matters.
Does
It
it?
so matters.
Because neither one of us were like playing with.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're the only ones with permission.
Then I will tap
Oh.
2 main phase. Well, I guess still main phase 1, and I'll cast a Krankos command to put 2 more 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
All right.
Nicely done.
Okay.
Oh, you're just really gearing up a really nice polymorph right about now. But you milled your mass polymorph, didn't you?
Yes.
So did I.
I don't have that many cards left in my, library.
Oh,
Do you run,
shoot. Yeah.
do you run
I got it.
Synthetic Destiny?
Do I run what?
Synthetic Destiny?
I don't know if I know that card.
It's fantastic. So it's polymorph on an instant and it end steps it, so it dodges board wipes and stuff.
Ah.
Chris, you're milling 8.
Really,
Yes.
really nice.
Echo of Eons, Ionize, Growl, Island, the Healy, Propaganda, Mountain, and Joy.
I feel like the mesmeric orb is inadvertently controlling the game though, in a weird way.
Well, especially
the
with
people-
the Niles spellbomb there.
Yeah, whether people realize it or not. It feels like 3 polymorph decks on the table, but I think Chris is doing something a little bit spicier and funky.
I'm gonna +8 Chandra. I'm gonna discard sudden substitution and exile the top 3 of my library.
That is a card I just bought because it's fantastic in this deck too. It's not in this deck yet, but it's like, oh, that's a card? Oh, this is great.
Play those, till the turn. I got an Exotic Orchard and Island and a Norn's Annex.
No.
I'll go ahead and play the Exotic Orchard. Oh, I also got it.
Norn's Annex is mana or life, isn't it?
Yeah.
To attack. That's pretty good.
White mana or life.
White mana.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and tap for blue-white I'll tap my Soul Ring for 2 and my Arcane Signet for red. Or is it a red? Blue. And I'm gonna cast Echo of Eons.
Yeah, that's a problem. So I need Graveyard's gone now.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah,
Oh man.
I
was hoping to do it before Chris cast it, but I didn't have priority, and I didn't respond. I don't know whose graveyard is worse. I feel like Coil. You have the most in your graveyard, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And 1 reality scramble, same as Sam.
I know. Sam's got
I haven't cast anything from my graveyard yet this game.
No, but you've already got stuff back from your graveyard.
There's nothing.
Yeah,
I
don't think I have much,
got my instant
if
out of
any,
there.
more graveyard.
I mean, someone's graveyard's going, so it's either yours or it's Sam's.
Just trying to make an argument against mine is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Realized, so yeah, and they were exiled anyway.
But if that's what you pick, that's what you pick.
Exactly. You do you, Andy.
Yeah, Coil, I'm going to hit yours, and I'm going to pay a black when I do this to draw a card.
Okay. Now, when you draw a card, well, I guess you could possibly draw a response, but your hand's getting shuffled back in too.
Oh, my hand's going into? Oh, then I'm just I'm not going to pay then.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Echo of Eons, each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library and then draws 7 cards.
Okay. That's
Cool. So, what I might do? Is there anything I want to do right now, or just get more? No, I kind of just like whatever else is going to happen. You've still got mana up, don't you? Doing all that. Yeah. That's fine. I think we just shuffle in and go nuts. So yeah.
All right.
Cool.
okay.
Draw 7. Nice.
Shuffle in and draw 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What could it be? Could be anything. Could be a boat. I like that joke way too much, and I still love it. It's great, especially if I'm playing skill.
That hand is Garbo.
The Garbo system. Okay, that's workable. That's workable. Okay.
All right.
I had nothing in my last hand, and I have nothing in this hand.
Yep. Hand disruption is a legit thing. I like.
All right.
There's cards that care about graveyards. I'm like, oh well, guess what? There's nothing there anymore. Oh, someone flushed the toilet.
At least you got it back in your library.
Yeah, that's my favorite verbiage term for exiling.
My last term
graveyards.
was going to be to hit Coils and hit Sam's, and then I even saw Chris mill that, and when he activated the Chandra, I should have done the Nile Spellbomb on Chris, but I missed it, so...
So I became the victim instead.
You did, because you have those... I assume the Avenger tokens are going to come at me, so...
Well, now they most certainly are.
But that means that the game will end sooner, because you'll be wide open. So... if we want to try to get to another game, we got to end sometime. So I was like, well,
Yes.
we're going to go for it.
So you invoked my wrath?
I figured it was going to come for me regardless.
It wasn't.
Oh my
I haven't hit
God.
you
Oh my
once
God.
I hit you once this game.
And then
I'm
I hit you back when you were open too, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get bet. You didn't. Sam was the problem at the time. Chris saved us with the board wipe.
Yes.
I'm gonna pay 4. I'm gonna tap for 3. Yeah, I'll tap for 3, and I'll cast the Norn's Annex.
Nice. Hands off, Chris. You built a cage. It's like, get away.
Let's
Now.
see here. And then I'm going to good. I'm gonna pay for 2 blue, and I'll tap this into Azorius, and I'll cast Clever Impersonator and have it come in as a copy of Avengers Undercar.
Cool. Nice.
Yep.
Chef's kiss. Mm-hmm.
So actually, 3, 4, 5. 6. I only have 6 lands. Great. Kind of, sort of. Is there anything else in the battlefield I'd rather have that come in
You're
as?
building a plant army. Defenses
Yeah.
are up.
They're both growing their own forests.
Exactly.
All right. I will go ahead and make that. Make a bunch.
Civilization, and it's invest in agriculture.
All right. I totally didn't think about having plants sit out, so I'm just going to use this shark for right now until I find one later.
Nice. Enter landscaping mode. Look at that shark! you certainly play Shark Typhoon then. Look at it. It's like, I got a jetpack.
And there's a goblin riding on the back too. I
It's
love
funny.
it.
I
love
made that
this
joke the other day on what was the stream the other day, Andy, with Zuby and Dana, and it was, what was it? I said there's something got jetpacks. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was something. And then yeah, fair enough. You've actually got a token depicting such wildness. It's great.
And then after that, I will. I have another non. I have another spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use 2 of my treasure. I'm going to cast Contagion Clasp. And I'll get another spirit, and I'll put a
Nice.
-1/-1 counter on, I guess, one of Coils.
Okie dokie. Wait, the plant or the goblin?
The plant. Because they're still 0/1s, right? You didn't
Yep.
pump them?
No, didn't pump them.
Nope. So Chris uses a weed killer and gets rid of that one.
Yes. Yes.
A pesticide.
And after that, I'll finally.
All right, I'm gonna tap these 5, and there's nothing to do with it. So I'm gonna untap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 permanents.
Nice. I just remembered. So Mesmeric's still on the board, doing great things,
2,
and
3,
we'll make sure
4,
everyone's got right graveyards again.
7.
Ah,
Ooh,
Yeah,
and now
only have,
Spellbomb.
I only have
Ooh,
like 20,
Assault
20
Monolith.
cards left in my graveyard, or in my library, so I don't really like the Mesmeric Orb anymore.
exactly. I don't like it.
All right, and then I draw a card for turn. I am going to play an Underground River. Let's see. 1, 2,
River.
3, 4.
Another Vengie, exactly. I could make a Vengie too, technically, and we could all have Vengies, and we could all enter landscaping mode.
I'm going to pay
And it becomes
5
a reality TV show.
and cast
Who's
Rona,
garden best.
Disciple of Gix.
Nice.
Hey, what's that basalt monolith sitting over there?
It's the one that I'm going to choose because actually, do I even want that right now? Hold on.
Depends if you have lab man in your hand or not.
I don't. There's a Mox Opal as well. Crap. Is there another artifact that costs 3 that I'd want? That's the question here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna exile Basalt Monolith, and then I'm going to.
Snap.
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna. Yep.
In response to you targeting the
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tap for red and sacrifice a treasure for a white, and I'm gonna target
Good
Rona
idea.
with Boros Charm for 4 damage.
I can cast it till end of turn. I mean, it's when she enters, so it won't matter.
Oh, so,
When she enters, I exile a historic card from my graveyard.
yeah. And I thought she had to be on the battlefield for you to cast it.
Yeah, you may cast non-land cards exiled with Rona. Is how it reads.
Nice.
But
So you're okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I exiled that. Okay.
I'll get in there.
Sure.
So it's exiled forever and you can't cast it.
Correct. That's why I put it right here in the exile pile. All right. Well then, YOLO. I guess we'll Torment of Hailfire for X equals 2.
Oh yeah, tight. Nice. Oh, spicy. So.
I'll discard a plane.
I was like, I have nothing else to do then, so we'll just go for it.
That's true. Okay, so I might. Andy, may I look at your graveyard again, just quickly? Can you have a riffle through?
Wait, what?
Wait, you're
Andy,
right. Boros Charm can't target a
They don't
creature.
target players. Oh shoot. Well, there you go.
Then I don't cast
My
this.
mistake.
So I tapped 5 for Rona.
So was there an interaction there with Rona? You could get rid of Rona.
I don't have it.
No, but if you could get rid of Rona in response to the.
Yeah, if you can get rid of Rona with her ability on the stack, then it'll just stay in exile because each instance of Rona you can only cast things of each instance of Rona that's on the battlefield. So
Correct.
if he were to cast it again, he wouldn't be able to cast anything he previously exiled.
Right. It's gone forever.
So
I do have
if
to have
I
the
can-
win con in hand. And Chris's
True.
board is also quite scary.
True.
Yes,
win
but
con
as
in
soon as you have
hand
a win con
or
in hand, you win on the spot.
win con in hand, or if it's Jace, it can be in your graveyard with Rona.
Yeah, true. So
But I can't cast it this turn.
Not this
yeah,
turn,
Andy,
right.
just quickly, would you be able to take me through your graveyard?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mox Opal, Nile Spellbomb, Dead of Winter, Rhystic Study, Choked Estuary, Solemn Simulacrum, Deadeye Navigator, Snow-Covered Swamp, and a Trick Bind.
What's the trick bind?
It's a counter. It's a split-second counter for an activated or triggered ability.
Oh, that might do it,
Could
right?
be the Rona ETB, but
Yeah.
but that trigger's already on the stack. Oh no, it's on the stack, so I guess
Yeah.
that's where we left off at least.
Yes.
Spicy days.
I don't have the win con. I'll just tell you right now. It's not
Yeah, that's
advanced.
true.
All you
So-
have to do is draw the win con. You win.
Yeah, I know, but I'm probably getting another turn after this anyway, so it's probably fine.
I don't have a draw spell in hand. I appreciate you using your answers on me, though.
That's true. So what we can do? Yeah, I know. That's fine. Like, just let the Rona thing happen. That's cool.
So I cast Basalt Monolith,
It could remove 2 other players anyway, so.
and then I cast a Sig River Cutthroat,
Hey.
and
Nice.
then I pass my turn.
All right. So you can just fire that thing off at any time, right?
I can't. It just
Yes,
mills
Mary.
my deck. Yeah.
Yes. But like everyone else's, like Coil could just you have the proverbial weapon to Coil's head.
Well, no, this only mills me when I untap my permanents.
Oh, of
so this
course, of
only hits
course.
me. This doesn't.
Oh,
This
What
doesn't.
am I
No, I
thinking?
can't kill anyone.
Yeah, no,
with
you're right.
this.
You're totally right. So, all right. End step. I'm going to flash in Terror of the Peaks, and then I'm going to untap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 things. Hell, let's go for 10. I'll tap a mana.
Yeah, YOLO.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, nothing crazy. No spells, at least, anyway. Never mind. And draw.
Tidesprout Tyrant's pretty
Okay.
good, though.
I love that one, man. Yeah,
Is
exactly.
that the gain control of for landfall? Is that one?
No, that's Royal.
That's Royal Elemental.
This one just bounced something. Like
Oh.
it's really fun. I'll drop a mountain and I'll separate my mana rocks as I should do. That's fine. Oh, Kate's woken up. Again, not the craziest of options. Yeah, nice. All right, so there's things. Artifact you control becomes a copy of 31. Andy's at 38. Everyone's still so high on life. It's great.
My deck doesn't swing.
All right, so say I had 5 mana to play with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we could leverage some other fun. So let's go 5. Or before I do that, sorry. Tick down Sahili to make this servo token a copy of Terror of the Peaks. Just for now.
Yep.
I'll flash in a Perforos, which is a creature. I don't need to flash it in, but anyway.
Yes.
Perforos will trigger as a 7 for
Each
2
take
lots
14.
of. Oh no! I can just
It's not each,
direct
right?
that damage. No, it's not. I just direct that damage wherever I need
To any target.
Yeah. So I will Perforos hitting. Okay. Do we focus on one target? Maybe. Let's hit just. I think I'll hit the Avenger of Zendikar with one. No, Coil.
Which Avenger of Zendikar?
Yeah, that's true.
Can you take them both out?
Yeah, I can
That'd be
actually.
good for Andy.
I don't have the win card. I mean, sure, we can wait for it to draw, I guess.
Yeah.
I still have to get rid of Rona, too, if I want to cast it from my graveyard.
How do you mean?
Because Rona can only cast something from my graveyard when she enters. I can exile a top card of my library. So she has to be gone and come back.
Fine by me. I'll hit. I mean, I should probably.
You can take out Rona if you would like.
No, I should probably use Chris and Coil to my advantage, and have some armies on board essentially, which both would agree you'd like to keep your Avenger of Zendikars, right?
Well, let's. If I'm in your position, your biggest threat is my commander.
Yes.
So, and in order to be safe from that, you would have to wipe my board or kill me. So,
Yes.
from your standpoint, I think you have to go for me, despite the board state that Chris has.
Yeah, very true. So Coil removal.
Coil removal.
Mind you, I do have another Perforos trigger at end step if I want to Thassa anyway. So I have potentially 14. Oh, I can 28 someone. I can just take out Chris, but is that classy? Probably not. So my Terror of the Peaks is there. Do you have any flyers, Coil?
No.
Excellent. So I will do both triggers to your face.
Okay.
So 14.
Yep.
And then I will move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I will Terror of the Peaks. You've got a Rona there. You want the Rona deleted anyway, don't you? Of course.
I mean, yeah, I would not mind Rona being off the board.
Mm-hmm. Therefore, my Terror of the Peaks, Chris has some things, some. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Okay, that's fine. So, Terror of the Peaks.
How many cards do you have in hand, Chris?
4.
4.
Okay, so yes. Yeah, cool. Sounds good to me. So what we'll do, one Terror of the Peaks will go at Coil. One Terror of the Peaks will go at Andy. I should probably. Oh no, it's going to not be one at the end of the turn anyway. Yeah, one Terror of the Peaks going at Andy.
Okay.
So 5 and 5.
Yes.
Yes. Cool. I'm going to move to my end step, and I'm going to flicker the Perforos. And then afterwards, this will turn back to a servo as well. So the Perforos will then trigger another 14 damage straight to Coil's face.
I die.
Ooh.
We did it. Thanks for illuminating that. So, pass the turn.
Okay.
Why is my autofocus on? It should not be.
1, 2, 8. See. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
You got any
No.
shuffly back in things in there? Shuffly back ins.
Ain't no shuffle
Milda,
back, girl.
Milda Felwar Stone, Cleansing Nova, Fire's Invention, Chronomantic Escape, Sulfur Falls, Sahili Rye, Basalt Monolith, and Rowan.
What was that escape thing?
Chronomantic Escape. It's one of my favorite Lorca cards.
What is
So
that?
it's 4 and 2
I
white.
just
Okay.
It's 4 and 2 white. It's a sorcery. Until your next turn, creatures can't attack you, and then you remove it from the game with 3 time counters on it. It has
That's
to spend 3 for 2 in the white. So every 3 turns, it recurs.
wow, that's really cool.
And now I'll draw my card for the turn.
As you can tell, I'm an opponent's graveyards enthusiast. I always have
Yes.
keen interest in whatever is in there.
Sure.
I'll play an island for my land for the turn. I'll get a +1/+1 counter on these 5 plants, which are now 1/2 plants.
They are growing.
Let's see. So Thassa and Perforos are both online on your board, right?
That is
You got
true.
the devotion for it.
And I have the ley line to cast anything to make a Sahili token and all that junk anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and
Is Sahili at 3? Or is she at 4?
3, sorry, you're right.
No. I just
Because
didn't
I just
know. It was,
minus
that's
once.
the angle of the camera.
when you look at the
Yeah,
camera, it looks like it's between 4 and 3.
Yeah, there's no definition on this this dice, so it's a nice easy one. It doesn't go up, so let's go 3. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
These in
I always forget that
Non-
Sahili can turn change something into a target artifact.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's really, really interesting.
I don't know if I've ever done that ability. I've always just used her to make artifact tokens.
Of course, not for ETBs, but just nice passive effects and
Yeah.
I
like
love doing that for
two terrors,
Flux
you know.
Reservoir.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love that one.
I like turning it into a mana vault, and then it turns back into
Exactly.
a servo, so it untaps.
Nice.
Oh.
Liquid metal coating, have fun. Go for it.
Mhm.
Do whatever you want. It can be
2
anything.
damage. Target.
Only limited by your imagination.
I'm gonna sacrifice these 6 treasures.
Oh, I forgot you
Ew.
had those.
And I'm gonna cast Contagion Engine.
Ooh.
I see one.
So when it enters a battlefield, I'll put a -1/-1 counter on each creature target player controls. Yeah, I guess I'll put him on your creatures, Sam.
Okay. So 1, Perfy, Terra. Just do everything.
Does Sig River Cutthroat look at the end of every turn or just the end of my turn?
I don't know.
It just says at end of turn, if an opponent lost 3 or more life.
It's every turn.
Shapeshift.
then.
It's
Oh,
a-
it's-
Dying.
Oh, then I should have drawn a card at the end of Sam's turn.
Does does it have to see the player being alive? Would be my question.
Mhm. I'll get another spirit.
It's a good question,
from-
Chris. How does that work if the opponent disappears?
I mean, you still
At the end of turn step, Sig's ability checks whether a player who is currently your opponent
Ah,
Mhm.
or
player removal gets around
or it
6.
says I'm sorry, or a player who was your opponent at the time they left the game has lost 3 or more life.
Mhm.
So you would draw.
That yeah, because you just immediately go to in a turn, and then all effects exile off the stack and everything.
This is the first time I've ever
Um,
drawn off off of a Sig.
At end of turn. Yeah, I love that wording. Just at end of turn.
Just at end of turn.
So broad. I love it.
I'm going to.
I also love just at end of turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shirei.
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 Pay 4.
Okay.
I'm going to tap Contagion Engine. I'm going to proliferate and then proliferate again.
Yes. So it does 2 more.
Yes, and then I'll add 2+ and plus encounters to all my.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
good.
That's spicy.
And then I'll go ahead and tap. Here, I want to do this. Another. Like this. Yeah, I'll do it. Another 4.
So how big are they, and how many do you have? Also birds too, by the way.
Oh, how many plants do I have, and how big are they?
Yes.
I have 5 plants, and right now they are 3.
They're 3/3s. Okay, that's 15.
Three,
What about your bird?
Yeah, 3, 4.
Your spirits, or you can't attack with them.
I can. Oh, I can't attack with the one that I made this, which has been
No.
1 so far.
And they're just
Okay,
one.
So you've
ones.
got
Yeah, there's one.
there's one that can attack. So
I have 3 that can attack.
yeah, okay. So 18. Kykar could attack. Interesting, and you can't proliferate again, as far as I know,
I
because you
can't
can't.
actually.
Okay. Oh, you can.
But I'm
Sorry,
ta-
because you got the contagion-y thing, right?
I'm tapping
cloud.
mana at the moment. I'm
Okay.
gonna actually activate Contagion.
Okay, so the terror will go, right?
Yes.
And then Chandra's been proliferate thrice.
What are we gonna do? Okay, that's not great. I'm added.
I'm gonna use this token here for
Okay,
the
so
spirits.
what I'll
that have
do,
some-
I will flash in Mimic Vat before that happens,
Oh.
which will make a servo. That's fine. You can be you.
Making a servo.
We'll make a servo, and then we'll also then whenever. So that's proliferated now. So what will happen? Perforos Thassa is getting close, and Terra will die, and I'll imprint the Terra under the Mimic Vat.
All right.
Okay. And then plants will go up to 4.
How many cards you
Oh.
have in hand now, Chris?
3.
3. Okay. Yeah, most of that stuff was already on the board for activations. I didn't even know. Is that a promo of the Contagion class? That's I've never
Yeah, I haven't
seen
seen
that.
that.
I've literally
really
never
cool.
seen that.
I'm going to minus or +1 Chandra, put her up to. I don't think I have any instances. Search your graveyard. Oh, and library. Okay. I'm gonna -9 Chandra.
Whoa. What do you look for?
I look through my graveyard and library for any number of red instance and sorcery cards and exile them, then shuffle my library. I may cast them until the turn, and I have red mana. So I'm gonna go down to 2 on Chandra.
Ugh, you got a
What have you
counter there,
done?
Sam?
What
Because
have
I
you done?
assume it's gonna be a mana geyser. Ugh,
I don't think so.
yeah.
Okay.
So Chris will be able to cast basically every card he wants.
Well, just red.
Just red cards, yeah, but
Yeah, just red.
that might be
That's-
enough.
Let's see here. I'll exile Expansion Explosion. Chain Reaction.
I don't think I can handle this.
Ionize.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's a song, right? I mean, those are lyrics to a song, right?
I was saying galvanize.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Pass and Flame.
I'm about to feel the pain.
Oh.
And,
Oh no, Mana Guys is exiled, isn't it? No, maybe
No.
not.
It got
No, it
shuffled.
was in the graveyard when it got shuffled in with the Echo. So I'll get
That's
rolling. All right. I'm going to exile those, and then I'll add 6 red mana to my mana pool.
Ugh. This is probably gonna be it for us, Sam.
Potentially. This is how it ends.
This is it.
All right. So I have these sitting over here that I can cast. And I have... I'm going to move this, use this dice for mana. So I had 5 here. I have 6 red mana.
Okay.
Also, this is like my second time playing this deck, first after making changes, so I'm sorry for the slow plays, because I'm having to figure out... I've also never played
not
Super
at
Friends.
all.
Also never played a Super Friends deck before, so my mind's kind of blown. I am going to use all but 1 of that red mana to cast Mana Geyser.
Nice.
I have 7 tapped lands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 13 mana.
13.
So 14 red
Lucky number
mana.
13.
I'm going to spend... four of that mana. Let's go to 10. I'm going to cast Pass and Flames.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to spend another 5. And I'm going
Mana
to
Geyser again.
cast Mana Geyser again.
Add
So-
another 13.
13.
18.
That's a hot 18. The storm scale's going off. Keep your Kykar tokens up too.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say I need to keep track of that too. So that's been 1, 2, 3. So I'm up to 7 spirits now. And then I'm going to... let's see.
I don't think we survive this. So you have an
Does
early...
roiling... What's the earthquake do?
It's
That's the
X to
horsemanship
each
one.
creature, and each creature without horsemanship and each player.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that does it,
Spicy.
right? Because that's even if you did 17, then you take us out with the. Oh no, because you don't want
Yeah,
to take
the
out your
game
own
line.
plants. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I guess you do it
Uh,
after you swing with plants, but I guess the mana's
Mhm.
in the pool now.
mhm.
The mana is in the pool.
The mana is in the pool.
EA Sports, it's in the pool.
Dear.
Get in the game. I haven't played a sports video game in years. Mainly
I'm not
because
a
I
golf
played it
fan,
with
but
my
yeah, when-
cousins. So
Back in the day when it's like, never been a golf fan, but like the PGA Tour one, you're like, oh, this is strangely addictive. This is amazing.
I've got Mario Tennis. I had Mario Golf.
Oh, Mario Tennis is unreal. Like, it's so good.
But I've never
remember
played the Sonic
GBA
versus Mario or whatever it is at the Olympics. I've never purchased that game.
I think it also got really weird because I remember as a kid, we were like, oh, no, it's Sega versus Nintendo. And you hated the other side like, like they're a rival football team or something. And so when they team up, you're like, oh, this is weird. What are they doing together?
I'm gonna spend 15 of this.
Yes.
Good old 15.
15.
And
Anyone got horsemanship?
No horsemanship here.
and I'm going to cast Rolling Earthquake for 17.
Yes.
And in response to that, on the stack, I'm gonna pay a white and a red, and I'm gonna cast Boros Charm to give my creatures indestructible, my permanents indestructible until end of turn.
Oh,
yeah.
spicy.
Heck yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Anything I want to do there? Terra's there. Yours are indestructible. How big is the... I don't even think I can do
I don't
that
think
because
it's in the
Perky-
deck. So I don't.
No, I can't.
I'm
do
going to
much
tap
there.
and sack this Mind Stone to draw a card.
Your stuff's indestructible. You're on 33. You'll be down to how much? How much was the rolling the big horsemanship thing?
17.
That'll put me down to 16.
Sorry. Yes. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Well, I think that happens. I think that indeed happens. My Perfrost, my Thassa are still alive though. That thing's dead.
And I am at
So
16.
And so you're 17, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I'm on 4. Whoa.
Okay.
That should be game, I think. I mean, unless I guess Sam has something.
After that, I will
How many attackers you got?
have 4 or 5 plants, Veteran Zendikar, and I have 5 spirits that don't have so many sicknesses.
Oh, nice. Nice. Attack away. I really should have done something else for my mana, but that's okay.
All right. I will go ahead and swing Kykar and my flyers over at Sam. And then I will send my plants and my mana emptied out of the mana pool at the end of that phase. And my Avengers in the car over again.
Mm-hmm. I have. I'm gonna throw half my library into my graveyard. I'm just gonna stop there.
Exactly.
I have no responses after that.
I will make a token copy of Terror of the Peaks, which can be the shapeshifter, which doesn't do too much, I don't think. Another grid enter the battlefield under your control. Cast target. No, that's fine. I can block Kykar, but not the 5 things.
That's gonna hit someone for 4.
What's that?
The Terror of the Twin. Doesn't that hit?
Oh,
or
no,
is
it
it
doesn't trigger
others?
on it. It doesn't trigger on its own. Exactly.
It's others.
No.
When you do that, I'm gonna put the rest of my library into my graveyard.
And kill yourself.
I can't draw, so
That's true. That's true.
I do not have a draw.
I'll gracefully bow out and accept my demise. I love it.
Nice.
I'm dead.
And I did not have anything for the next. I mean, I did not have the win con.
This is what I get for not taking out Chris, but Coyle would have done it anyway.
I think Coyle was
In
going to gun
Mario
for
Kart-
me. I hit that graveyard, which was
No,
most of the stuff he needed.
I was actually gonna go after Sam.
I was like,
exactly,
you
because it's
know,
so close. It's just like one hit.
But now-
And I was like, mm-mm.
But now, Andy,
remember,
had you
everyone-
survived there, you would have
in Mario Kart, when you're first, you're last.
It's true.
if I had survived, I would have won, but only because Chris took out Rona. If he had
Right.
not taken out Rona, I did not have it.
Right. If I was
So,
I was
Chris, my
wondering if
other
Sam had a
option, I
fog.
probably should have. Yeah, I probably should have done this, but I thought I might live to see another turn, so I mimic vatted. I should have spell twined and gone your attack route, which is really interesting. Or I could have, and I really should have done this, probably Kazul's Fury and fling something at Chandra before you activated it.
To be fair, I think I made probably one of the biggest missteps because I should have Nile Spellbombed Chris's graveyard so that he wouldn't have gotten that new hand. I don't know if it really mattered, but I think it did, and I just didn't recognize it when he activated the Chandra. I totally should have done it because I even saw him put it in the graveyard, and just I didn't think anything of it, honestly. But then I didn't have another chance after I saw him looking through his graveyard. I was like, son of a, that's going to be, I know that's what he's looking for right now, and I have no opportunity to do it. And I had Narset's Reversal in hand, but it does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I still don't want the cards to go back in. So, a wonderful game. Thank you, Sam and Chris, for joining us. Sam, starting with you, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you again?
That's okay. Yeah, of course. You can find me and my co-host Cheshire host a little a podcast called Commander Crunch, which is available on everywhere mostly that you get your podcasts from, on the Spotify, on the iTunes, the Google podcasts. I think we'll try and get it to everything basically. But you can find us at cmdr_crunch on the Twitters, and cmdrcrunch.fireside.fm is the website. But yeah, we just talk fun Commander, creativity, community, culture around the whole game, and yeah, get great guests on, i.e. Andy and Coyle last week was a lot of fun, and yeah, we just try and promote the goodness and fun that is in this game we love. So enjoy. Yeah,
go listen to that show. I haven't gotten through the whole episode yet. It's a long one, so if you're looking for a podcast to listen to, we do talk a lot about Star Wars, and I think there's a little Star Trek in there, but I couldn't follow because I don't really know Star Trek.
Neither can I, and Cheshire's very much into it. So yeah, if you like that stuff, get in there. You can also find me at Pass the Jam Sam on Instagram and the Twitters as well. So come give me a shout out and let me know if you want to play a game of Commander. I'm usually keen if my Australian time zone permits, for sure.
Yeah, and Chris, where can we find you online and your content?
You can find me at Kelson Gaming on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm also Kelson on MTGO and MTG Nexus. I mostly am on social media. I don't have too much content of my own other than providing things for other content creators. As a graphic designer, I do the thumbnails for Guardian Project Podcast Commander, and I'm doing Commander videos. I'm doing their upcoming overlay, and I also did Andy's personal stream. Yeah,
scroll down if you're watching on Twitch right now. Those panels were made by Chris. The offline screen, everything was made by Chris.
And Chris, as a graphic designer myself, I very much love what you do and the fact that you get to do fun things. Whereas I spend most of my waking hours and days doing stuff for usually high-end property stuff and stuff that doesn't really jazz me that much, but it pays the bills, I guess. And so I was like, maybe I need to do more Magic stuff, and I usually just don't have the time.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's great. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. I don't think we have time for another game. Chris and I actually are in a Commander boxing league this evening. So we will be moving to recording there next. But again, check out our content. You can find us at guardianprojectpodcast.com. We stream every Thursday and sometimes these fun impromptu Saturday streams. Okay. And our podcast is really wherever you find podcasts. We release our episodes every Wednesday night. So that's where you can find us. Everybody have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Thanks.